Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. I want to say Happy New Year because I don't think this video is going to go up in 2023. It's definitely going to be my first video of 2024. So, Happy New Year and welcome to 2024. We are chilling in the pajamas today. I've just done a cute little face. The hair is all natural. We're going for the cozy vibes. Got a candle on in the corner. And today, as you already know from the title, we are going to go through all of the new books I have purchased ready for the new year. There's a lot of them. I'm so excited. I have not done a book haul like this in a very long time. I also now work for a publishing house, so all of these books are 70% off. So there we go. What better excuse do you need? So yeah, I work for Hodder Education, which is part of the Hachette publishing group, and as part of that perk, a benefit, as you will, is that you get 70% off all of the books, pretty much, up to, there's a few divisions whereby it's 50, but yeah, 70% off. And I have been building my list for the past 3 or 4 months, and when I saw some of the titles, I was very excited. Considering the RRP of books these days, I needed this. Because why are hardbacks like 20 quid a piece now? What happened to 15? What happened? So yeah, we are going to go through all the books I ordered. We have everything from vampires to retellings to South Asian contemporary literature. These are just books. Yeah, to witches, to voodoo, to everything. And I am very excited to talk to you about all of these. I don't know the ins and outs of all of these books, so you're gonna have to bear with me as I remind myself. There's a big stack. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? I have a mixture of fantasy and a little bit of contemporary, but I would have to say it's like 99.9% fantasy. So if you're not into fantasy books, then absolutely fine. Move on to the next video. We're all good. I don't want you to affect my watch time. The first book is The Rose and the Dagger by Renee Ahdieh, I think, which is the sequel to The Wrath and the Dagger. The Wrath and the Dawn, sorry. Which is, I want to say, like a Middle Eastern, Asian inspired fantasy. So this is book 2, and I really did enjoy book 1. Book 1 was a bit predictable, but I love a predictable book sometimes. This is gonna be a long video. Vampires are in again, and I'm so excited. So we've got Filthy Rich Vampire by Geneva Lee. So this really sounds like Bridgerton meets the underworld, basically. So Julian is one of the world's wealthiest vampires, and the social season is about to begin, but he would rather stab himself with a stake than participate in the marriage market. So we all know I love Bridgerton, and that starts again in a few months. So this I am looking forward to reading. Oh, so Julian makes Thea an irresistible offer, pretend to be his lover, and he'll change her life. That's feeling very much Daphne and the Duke. Okay, the next one is Stephen King, Fairy Tale. And I've also never read any Stephen King before. Okay, so a kid meets a dog and the dog's owner. When the dog's owner died, he leaves the kid a cassette tape telling a story no one would believe. Inside the shed is a portal to another world. Ooh, okay. This is a chunky book as well. The pile is so high, all I have to do is lean like this to pick them up. The next one is Belladonna by Adeline Grace. I saw this one at Yalk last year, I think, and I was very, very excited by it. Ooh, it sounds like a fantasy murder mystery thriller-esque thing. I love a murder mystery at the moment. So, Cygna's best chance of uncovering the murderer is an alliance with Death himself. Now, is Death a person, or do they just mean actual death? Ooh, realises as their growing connection may be more irresistible than she dared to imagine. Is this an enemies to lovers? Oh, another Renee book. So this is The Beautiful by the same author of The Wrath and Dawn, Renee Adia, I think. And this is set in 1872, New Orleans, and it's ruled by the dead. So is this another vampire book? Okay, so the main character is the victim of a serial killer. Well, the serial killer's basically after her. And when she takes matters into her own hands, she's caught in the midst of an age-old feud between the darkest creature of the night, where the price of forbidden love is her life. Yes. We love, oh my god, right, yeah. 2024 is going to be the year of the books. Like, the latter half of this year I've been gripped, and I want to kind of make it more of my New Year's resolution to consume less digital things and more physical book things, because I work 8 hours a day. I'm on a computer 8 hours a day. I need to make sure that like I stop then sitting in front of the TV and like do other things. Really trying to dig out more books from South Asian authors or authors from ethnic minority backgrounds. When I was younger, I did a survey, I think as part of some person's university research. I think the crux of it was how important is diversity in like fantasy and storytelling and stuff. And at that point in my life, I was like, I don't mind. I don't particularly care if I see myself in a book. I never really have, so I don't really know what I'm missing. And then gradually, I can't remember what the first one was, but I just started to read more or discover more, and it's changed my life. Like the Ivory Key, that green one, the second one down. Oh, actually, and the Crimson Fortress. Those two on the top there underneath that plant pot. Very good. And I've just finished my so-called Bollywood Life by Nisha Sharma. So good. And I don't know what it is, but that association of culture and understanding and the representation just adds a richness to the story that I don't think I actually appreciated way back when. So I'm trying now to add more stories of those into my repertoire. Repertoire is probably not the right word, into my collection. The Lost Storyteller by Amanda Bullock. This is basically about a daughter whose dad was like uber famous on kids TV, and a journalist basically comes up and starts asking questions about him, and the daughter's just a bit like, what's going on? So she starts digging around and uncovers a book of fairy tales written by her dad, dedicated to her. And basically, I presume the fairy tales are actually real, is what I get from that. I've got so many. I've had to order a bookcase off Facebook Marketplace because I just don't have any room anymore. Okay, now we have The Daughters of Izdihar by Hadia Elsby. Okay, so what we have is 2 point of views and 2 stories that connect. I love those. A powerful feminist fantasy set in an Egyptian-inspired world with breathtaking elemental magic and sapphic romance. I've only just discovered what that is. I love the Egyptian and Middle Eastern type fantasy too. City of Brass is like that, and I love it. There's so many books. I'm really sorry how long this video is. Okay, so we have The Deathless Girls by Kieran Millward Hargrave. How cute is this cover? Oh, I know why I wanted this one. It's the origin story to the Brides of Dracula. So I think in Dracula there's the 3 women in the castle. I presume they're the brides. I need to Google this. Yeah, so I think they're the 3 women in the castle with Harper? Yeah, they don't actually have any names or anything like that. So, oh my god, I love it when people do spin-offs like this. Like, yes, give those women a story, because Wide Sargasso Sea, I think, is a telling of the woman in Jane Eyre, the crazy woman in the attic. I think it's that one. I always get Jane Eyre mixed up with Jane Austen, and I know one's a book and one's the author. I know which one is which, but like, I can't remember the stories. So I love stuff like that when you're giving a backstory to a seemingly irrelevant character. So this is going to be very exciting. That's when I got this. And the next one is The Gilded Wolves by Roshani Chokshi. Gilded Wolves. Okay, so we have a treasure hunting fantasy set in Paris 1889. I'm also really enjoying historical fantasy as well. I just think, again, it adds so much richness. He's been ordered to, well, coerced to hunt down an ancient artifact in exchange for a treasure he's never imagined, his true inheritance. So who is this character? Why does he not have his true inheritance? Where does his inheritance come from? All of these are winners. This is very exciting. We've got These Violent Delights by the iconic Chloe Gong. I have never read any of her books, and I'm very mad about that because I see them everywhere, everybody raves about them, and I'm excited. Again, we've got a historical fantasy. It's 1926 and we're in Shanghai. And we have a blood feud between two gangs leaving the city in chaos. Oh, is this like a Romeo and Juliet? Yeah, a deliciously dark twist on Romeo and Juliet. I love the cover. We're almost there. We're not, but we're almost there. We're like halfway. Okay, next one is Lips Touched by Liani Taylor. I want to say that this is a collection of short stories. Or be real. Should we be real, guys? Okay, anyway, as I was saying, this is 3 short stories. One called Goblin Fruit, Spicy Little Curses, and Hatchling. This book is dedicated to kissing. Ooh, I don't even know why I bought this, but I think it's because I wanted to read more of her work. Next, we have Black Candle Woman by Diane Marie Brown, which is, again, another way for me to add in some different cultures into my reading. And this is about the Montrose women who have an unspoken bond, which is voodoo and hoodoo magic, and a decades-old curse that will kill anyone they fall for. Oh! And when one of the women, a 17-year-old, brings home a boy for the first time, this careful balance is thrown into disarray. I love a bit of witchy stuff. I think vampires and witches are probably maybe my best things to read about, my favourite things to read about. And then we've got Sunny by Suk Ojala, I think. And this is, I think, just a coming of age-esque novel in terms of that, like, the main character Sunny is living a double life. She plays the role of the perfect daughter watching the Sikh channel, making sark and samosa with her mum, and hiding gin in a tin in her underwear drawer and sneaking home in the middle of the night after dates. And then her mum catches her getting a guy to drop her home, and shit hits the fan, apparently. So I'm very excited to be reading this and to associate my life with every single page. Moving into the hardbacks. So we have Veronica Roth, Chosen Ones. Oh, okay, we have Teenagers and a Prophecy to Take Down Evil. And then I think what happens is the life after that. What do these 5 chosen kids do? Like, how do they deal with this? And one of the chosen ones dies, and I don't think that's meant to happen. So I'm not giving very good explanations, but you can read the synopsises anyway. And then we have The Wayward Sisters by Kate Hodges. Hodge? Hello, what is this one? Inverness in 1769. We've got a bit of a theme going on this time. Is this like a Macbeth retelling? I think this might be another one. So this girl kind of leaves her hometown to do a new job, basically, and she's captivated by Caleb's eccentric mind and deep passion for Macbeth, offering a fresh feminist perspective into literature's most infamous trio. So I presume it might be something to do with Macbeth. So yeah, we've got some retellings today. So the next one is Body Tourists by Jane Rogers. I am a dystopia person. I love these. In a private clinic, a scientist is at work transferring digital identities into sleeping bodies of young volunteers. And basically, the people being transferred, they can't be controlled, and they've realised they've only got 14 days in this body, so they're gonna go haywire. I'm not a fan of the cover art, to be fair. Don't really like real people on covers. The Throne of the Fallen by Kerry Maniscalco, the author of Kingdom of the Wicked. Oh my god, we've got more vampires. Together, Envy and Camilla must embark on a perilous journey through the underworld, from glittering demon courts to the sultry vampire realm. Yes. Oh god, are we sensing a pattern? Has this one got a cute cover? It does. Look at the cute hardback. Love that. Oh, this one I'm very excited by. So this is A Curse of True Love by Stephanie Garber. This is the third book in, I don't know what the actual series is called, but her second series, so the Once Upon a Broken Heart series. And this is the final installment, and I really loved Once Upon a Broken Heart. It was so good. I just love Jax as a character. Yeah, I thought it was brilliant. So this one, it's annoying though because I have the first two in paperback, which you can see just there, and now this one's in a hardback. But if anything, I would rather the last or the first book be in a hardback, so that when I stack them, at least then there's a bit more rhythm to them. Yeah, that's it for the ones that I've purchased. But also I went to the office a few weeks ago and they have a whole basement full of books that you can just buy and donate to charity. Like, you can just take effectively and then put a donation to charity. So I came home with like 9 books. I gave 3 of them away. So I'm going to take you through the rest of them because why not? First one is Jane Steele by Lindsay Fay. A crime book, a historical crime. It's not fantasy. She is a fugitive navigating London's underbelly. Jane rights wrongs while avoiding the noose until an advertisement to be a governess catches her eye. She takes a position and falls in love with Mr. Thornfield, the master of a mysterious Highgate house. What happens if he discovers her murderous past? Next is The Book of Eve by Meg Clothier. This isn't the actual cover, this is a proof that was just there. Actually came out in March this year. Is there a cover in here? Oh yeah. That's what the actual cover looks like. A lady works in a convent and she's the librarian, and all of a sudden we have some dangerous books in said convent library and the men of faith want them to be destroyed. What does she do? The book's voice is becoming stronger and stronger. I love a floppy paperback. And then this is Ghost Girl Banana by Wiz Wharton, which basically is, I think, a woman leaves, she's exiled from Kowloon to London to restore honour to her family. She has a daughter, but she dies, and her daughter then, I don't know, grows up and learns the secrecy around her heritage, has deep roots, and good fortune comes at a price. And then I got this really cool little The Herb Almanac, a seasonal guide to medicinal plants. Don't ask me why, I just thought it was really cute, and I've always wanted to know about plants and kind of what they do. I didn't know cinnamon was a plant, that's interesting. Yeah, so I've always just kind of wanted to know, and I thought it was quite a cute little book to have in the kitchen or just to have generally. And then we have A Million to One by Adiba Jagadar, which is basically another sapphic romance. These girls are on the Titanic to steal some jewels, and we've got an enemies to lovers, we've got old grudges and new romances. They get this again as a proof copy. This came out in January. And then we have To Lahore with Love by Hina Balitz. She cooks delicious recipes from the home city of Lahore after her father dies, and she stumbles across a secret that shatters her world. She desperately needs to escape and is drawn to the sights of Lahore and the family she's never known. Oh, okay, so we have like a little journey of self-discovery. And that is it. That is I don't even know what to call this video. I don't even know what to call these books. They're like my New Year, new books 2024 book haul. I hope you enjoyed seeing what I will be getting up to and the books that are going to be on my bookcase ready for next year. I'm so excited. I want to read them all now. But I do also have all of these to read too. If you want to know more about any of these books, or if you want specific reviews when I get around to reading any of these books, let me know in the comments. But otherwise, that is it. That is my end of year book haul, ready to start the new year off right. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. I'm very excited about all of them. And when the dog owners died, okay, where do we start? We'll just start with the one on the top. A moment. Yes. This is like going into water stains and just picking up everything and walking it out. I actually can't remember what it's about. So what is this about? I actually don't know. Can't remember what this one's about. She didn't want Prince Charming, she wanted the demon.